Hi guys, it's Maaike. Today I'm back with a Carlijn design video. It's also available in Dutch if you're interested. This is the card I made. It says thank you, you are a treasure. And I could also have made you are my treasure, but I didn't think of it. So I'm using the Bedankt Schat stamp set from Carlijn Design, which is all Dutch text. And at first I wanted to do this like photobombing pirate. And that's a digi I got off Etsy. But then I found my bag full of pre-cut images. And I saw the pirate from My Favorite Things. And I couldn't find it anymore once I opened the bag. But yeah, there it is. There's a few more in there. So I usually tend to stamp the whole set. And then have my plotter cut them out. But for the treasure chest I don't have to. Because there are coordinating dies. There are also coordinating dies for the MFT, of course, but I don't have them because I have a scan and cut. So now I thought I can make the hole bigger because I wanted to hide the pirate behind it. I made it small, but I'm using the same panel. Why not? And I'm cutting it off screen. On the desk behind me there's my big shot. It doesn't really fit into the screen, and my desk was full of stuff I need for the video. And you will see I have a bit of trouble finding stuff as well because my desk is so full. So I haven't cut them apart yet, but I did slip in a magnet seat so I can put them on there. I also didn't prep them beforehand, so you can see how they stamp. Gets conditioned after 3 times or 2 times even. It stamps beautifully, and I'm using My Favorite Things extreme black ink. Any alcohol marker friendly ink would work, of course. That's okay. And when you tend to stamp it 3 or 4 times, it gets blacker, but it also takes time to dry, and sometimes it will still smear. So I kind of cleaned the stamp and then stamped it again. It's a new stamp. Sometimes there's remnants of the processing or the manufacturing. So some oils, or I'm not really sure what gets left behind, but doesn't take up the ink very well. And you can use Versamagic ink to prep it as well. But you know, if you have stamp cleaner and a cloth, that's the easiest way to do it actually. Because but I left it in just so you can see the process that is, well, kind of needed. So here, instead of having to stamp it 3 times, I just use the damp cloth from the stamp cleaner and clean it some more. And I was looking for my acetate grid, and I couldn't find it. So instead I used my magnet as a ruler to keep it straight. And I also forgot a word that I didn't realize. I kind of did thank you in a big one, and then you are treasure. I forgot the a treasure. And I didn't notice it quite a while after. It was almost midnight when I was filming, so I probably was really tired. I'm sorry. But I rectified it before I put the card together. Luckily I saw it, because then I would have been very bummed. And to stamp these I'm using Versa Fine Clair Nocturne ink, because that's nice and crisp, especially for those small words. And this is funny because later in the video I point at the U. It's crooked, but I still didn't realize that I missed a word. Yeah. It's funny sometimes, but yeah, not so much when you're trying to make a card. But that's okay. I linked the website Carlijn Design below if you're interested. It's a Dutch store with Dutch stamps. But yeah, in case you're interested, I linked it. I'm using the grid now for some masking. And to get it straight, I want to do a sky and a beach like, but you can also of course do 2 tones of blue, maybe peacock feathery ocean, for distinguishing it, or nothing at all. If you, you don't need the background, but I thought that would be nice, just, you know, to create a focal point. And I'm just using a painter brush that I have a few in different colors, and for the browns I use the orange one. I don't have a designated brown brush. For my sky I'm using tumbled glass and mermaid lagoon, and I kind of want it a bit like this. You can see the patchy in the middle, just to give the hint of clouds, maybe a little bit of more interest. And with the brushes it takes a while before you even notice that you have put ink on, especially on camera. It's very light, but it's definitely there. It's just a very, very smooth application. And because I have a circle that hides a lot, I can start either off the post-it. This is antique linen, I believe. Yeah. And then brush corduroy for the other one. And we can start off the circle, then you get the image, but you can also dab it off if you prefer, but you know, you won't see it, so I don't care. Don't tell anyone though. But now I want to use the coordinating dies, and as I said, I didn't cut them apart, but I put on my insert how many pieces it has, so when I work with the dies of any kind of sets, actually I know how many I need to have at the end of my project. And if I don't have 10 or 15 or 22, I know I have to go look for it before I put it all away and never find it again. So I again die cutting it off screen, sorry about that. And then I will color with my markers and turn on the music. I have not decided if I want the treasure chest in the front or the pirate, but it's about the treasure, you are treasure. And I kind of left the parrot out. I'm not sure if that's from the same set, to be honest, because it was in my baggie. But I left it out anyway. So for the coloring I use Tri-Blend markers or Spectrum Noir, what's called the mono markers. And if you want to skip that, you can go ahead in the video to about 15 minutes. See, now I noticed it, so yeah, I redid it. It's a little bit bigger now on the card panel, but it still fits both of them. You can see he's so cute. And then yeah, I will turn on the music and I will see you afterwards. Enjoy. So the coloring is almost finished. I thought I would tell you the cleaning of red aqua markers is always a headache. I tried to blot it off with the blender pen, but I ended up using Sharpie first, but no ink was coming out. And I couldn't find my gel pen, which was on my desk there because I grabbed it before, just in case I wanted to add some light to the eyes or details somewhere. I didn't in the end, but yeah. He's so cute. So here's my card and the Sharpie. I'm not sure. I think it's because I put it upright in my little jar with all the other instruments. And I'm off to my I have kind of like a box with tiers that I use for workshops, and take it with me. It wasn't in there anymore because I did prep, but I didn't remember. So I'm considering whether I will put it on foam tape or just mount it flat. But I went for foam tape, and of course you don't have to, but I thought it would push the background a little bit more to the background. Funny how that works. And make my treasure chest the focal point more important, because that's what these sentiment says. Thank you, you are a treasure. And there's also in the set, if you're interested, you are my treasure. That would have been nice as well. You have a heart of gold. You're full of surprising. Yeah, what a things that coordinate with the treasure. And I thought, private and a treasure chest, they go just well together, and that gave me the idea for the card. The digis to Etsy that you saw in the beginning, I have linked them down below as well. I bought them on purpose for the card, and then I didn't use it. That's yeah. Sometimes it works like this. I thought you were probably more prone to have the MFT one than a digi I found on Etsy. Kind of just by searching for it on the internet, and they were on sale. They're not longer on sale, but they're still a great price. So I got them, and I will use them, I'm sure, somewhere in the future. And now I'm putting some Nouveau Shimmer pen on the jewels, just for a little bit more shine, because they're supposed to. Actually, shine like a diamond is not the right word. They refract light. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you again on Thursday. Bye.